face off. We're gonna talk your face off. We're gonna talk your face off. 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 Talk your face off.
Yo, what's up?
Okay. What's going on, everyone?
Hey, I've been listening to the podcast.
Uh-oh.
I heard your daughter on there.
What do you think of that one?
I thought it was pretty cool.
Wasn't that neat?
And she's like, yeah, rebuilding my diffs, and then she makes it sound so nonchalant. Like, I'm like, oh, I gotta rebuild diffs.
I know.
She's just like, oh yeah, it's just getting my diffs rebuilt before the day, and I'm like,
Yeah, an hour before the race.
Yep. So I'm over in the house. I'm not feeling great. Had a rough weekend.
Yeah.
Kind of on the the other end of it, but
yeah,
it's settling again right now. Like
right.
the day's worn long on me, and it's
that's the worst.
Yeah. So I felt great all day. First day I haven't woke up with like a sore throat and just total headache and drainage. So I felt good. Ripping it off means you're working. But yeah, so then I was pretty dry all day, and then we just had a fire and all that outside because I felt great. And we're outside hanging out, and then it just was like started up again. So
not again. Yep. That'll do it, Tony. That'll do it.
Yep. But people have been dealing with like Tinker. He just said, been dealing with that for 2 to 3 weeks now.
Yep.
Yeah. So I never had the sniffles. That's been new as of the last 3 days. I usually was pretty like just crudded up there, like thick. And so yeah. It's not been fun. Not at all.
I felt a tickle in my throat, and everyone around here is getting sick. So I went, as soon as I walked in the door, I got my emergency.
Yeah.
And I doubled up on it, hit a double shot of emergency, and I was like, all right, what's for dinner?
I've been pounding the vitamin C gummies.
Oh yeah.
So basically the same thing. But
yep.
There's some cool stuff to talk about. You're gonna be wrenching. You've had a tough week. You're gonna wrench. We're gonna just kind of rely on the chat, talk about some new news stuff, kind of do it old school, which I'm excited about actually. So that's why I was like, I'm coming on, dude. Like, regardless.
Yeah, I know.
It's like a tough week.
Oh.
I'm not feeling good, but we're just gonna strip it back, just hang out, and that made me not want to miss it, right? So
right.
Not a lot of pressure on us going that way.
Nope.
So I ordered a Losi.
You did?
Yeah, dude, straight away when I saw it, heck yeah.
You're like,
I was down for that the second. I've been waiting. I've been like, dude, come on, you guys. They've been teasing it for months,
I know. Yeah, I know.
And a year, I think, when they were at the Chili Bowl and stuff. They've been hanging out for a bit, because they're doing R&D and they're building and they're researching.
Bro,
they're there.
The price for it,
dude. That's what I was like, I don't really got extra.
Right.
I'm like,
right.
$350. Yeah, for sure. I can drop that.
Right. I mean, you could drop that and take it off some jumps just for fun and be okay with it.
I know. It wouldn't hurt my feelings at all.
I know, right?
But all that they put into it for $350, that's insane.
I know.
Well, so let's talk about it for a little bit. Now, I've talked to some people, and while I was watching something I haven't been able to do recently either is watch the Operation 11 Charlie live stream, which I did last night for a bit. And I was telling them, where I've been. Things are busy.
Yeah,
I'm out chasing my kids around on their events and their outings. So
Yep.
I was actually out. I dropped my son off at a youth group for the night,
Right.
But it's 30 minutes away. I'm not driving home and then it's 2 hours of driving. If I drop him off, go home, go pick him up, then go home again. Right.
Right.
So I'm not going to do that. So not for him to be there for 2 hours.
Right. Exactly.
So I just dropped him off and I went up. Now, there's a Cabela's out there. So I just You know,
You're like, hey, there's
I
a little
shopped
bit of this
around a
over here.
bit. We're getting ready to do some camping stuff, and I'm all hot on like. We'll get to the Losi stuff, guys. This is a podcast. We're gonna take the long way. That's how things work on these.
It's called the weave, Tony.
Yeah. So I've been really getting into that. So we sold our RV, right?
Yeah.
So when we camp now, we're gonna be roughing it a little bit more,
Right.
and I'm embracing that. I've wanted to since moving back to Michigan. Like I love it. So, yeah. So I see people. Walters RC Park. Yes, that is why I got the oval. We'll talk about that. But I've been just the idea of like, well, we got to make coffee. That's the big thing.
Right.
Like that is a big part for me about camping is we're going to be already tired from not having slept well on a half inflated air mattress, mostly sleeping on the ground
Right.
by the end of the night. And I'm going to want a cup of coffee. And what's that going to look like? How is that going to play out? I happen to go into the store. You probably have them. Sierra used to be Sierra Trading Post.
Sounds familiar. Yeah.
It's like TJ Maxx for like
Sure.
outdoor stuff, right?
Okay.
So stuff that's kind of had its run or overstock or whatever. Camping like the rest of us poors.
Call that living, Tony. I call that living.
I mean, we were glamping, I guess, in a 22-year-old RV.
Sure.
It was old. It wasn't. She weren't pretty.
Yeah.
She weren't pretty. She was big. She weren't pretty. But yeah, so I was in there, and they happened to have like a solo stove light.
Oh.
With the little water.
Yeah.
Boiling pot that goes with it. So you get the pot. Inside of the pot nests the stove.
Nice.
And yeah, so each one has its own bag. So you take out and you basically use sticks that you just find on the ground to burn and boil your water on a mini solo stove. And I'm like, that's rad. I'm going to get that. And that just rabbit holed. So now I'm at Cabela's. Like, so now I've got hot water. I need a way to make the coffee.
Right. Why not?
Procedure. I'm looking at French presses. So Yeti makes one.
Okay.
$110.
Yep. Sounds
And
about
I said, not gonna do that. Now Sierra did have a Stanley one for like 50 because everything's like half off there or almost half off, 30%, whatever. So it's a decent price on it, but I didn't pick it up because like girly colors like cream and like it's pretty girly. Cream and like I don't even know what colors, like an orange red,
like a lavender.
Yeah, it's like a muted orange red kind of color, like a coral, like a coral and cream kind of mix.
Yeah.
I'm like, let's wait and see. Maybe the other Sierra when I go drop my son off because there's one. So I had to take him one during the day to his driver's test.
Right.
That was 2 hours of my day.
And
so I went and worked after I went to Sierra in Muskegon. Then we came home, ate, and then I took him to his youth group. And then I had 2 hours to kill for that. So I had already done work stuff at the last one, but I went to the other Sierra and to Cabela's, and they did not have. Anyway, I don't know why I'm telling this story. It all hinged on this stuff in camping.
Tracking. Okay.
I ended up getting a Coleman Stanley makes a cool one for like 20 some bucks, $23.
Okay.
French press. The nice thing about theirs is stainless steel, and the whole insert comes out, and you can boil your water in it.
Oh, that's cool.
Which is cool. None of the others do that. Anyway, long story. But so I did order the Losi, and the color options are hard to choose from.
I like the black one. The pink and
blue is so rad.
Yeah.
I did the green and black, of course, but
of course he did.
The pink and blue were so rad.
Yeah.
It's probably my favorite. Also, speaking of yesterday, I did wear all around my Gravedigger driver's shirt because it's the only thing green I had,
Oh,
which made a lot of kids' day. I'm going to say that much.
That's cool. That's cool.
How are you all your creamer cold? Well, I'll have to figure that out, Darwin. I'll have a Yeti cooler, so that'll do.
Well, that's when you tie off your creamer and you just tie off the top of it and you let it sit in the creek where you got your water from.
That's a good idea.
Just saying.
Yep.
Just saying.
All right. Let me get some of these comments. We missed a bunch.
Tony's going to have to be my comment guy.
Henry and Tanker. Now you guys all know about I
feel like I'm gutting a fish.
My camping stuff that's going on. Evening peeps. These old flapping lips. What's going on? Will Darby. RC Jeep guy. Hey, Tony Claus. Christmas is a long ways away. You might want to shave. It's getting there. Now, this lighting, this stupid camera lifts everything. It's actually a lot darker. I mean, there's definitely this gray, but it feels a lot worse because it's all lighter. But this lighting does not help.
Yeah.
Who am I missing? Raymond, what's going on? Smell your finger. Travis. Yeah, sound like percolators, Travis. So it's the same idea as a percolator, I guess, but it's not. It's more like you literally just boil the water in this container, drop your grounds in, and then you just push the top down, like the whole insert.
Right.
It's pretty cool.
So, okay, so 01 says, why are there so many two-wheel drive stock oval racers now? Okay, so I think here's the thing. We'll talk about your purchase and why it was good. So I've been wanting to get into sprint, but I didn't because the cost of entry to get into a sprint car is you got to have a buggy, like a donor buggy, right? So say you buy a kit for your donor buggy. Say you buy a used one and you're at like $250, $200, $300, somewhere in that neighborhood. Well, then the kit for a sprint car is another $200, $300 for the kit. Bring a goat.
Sorry, I just saw that.
So you know what I mean? The kit is that much more, and that's without electronics.
Yeah.
And without tires and without wheels. And you're like, I think that the idea of getting something to start with is really nice. Like for that price point, $349, like a lot of these body kits are $150, $200 as it is.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So it's like, golly, that's a screaming deal. I'm all about that. Why? And okay, so here's the other thing. Compounding on the why. I think it's because the nature of stock racing is that like total stockness of it, right? Like you get it out of the box, like the slash stock classes, you get it out of the box and you let it rip, like, and everyone's on the same page for the most part.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's where
tuning. Yeah, shock tuning, basic stuff like that's all you're gonna do.
Right.
Setup stuff.
And I think that when you
actually go a long way, people are gonna start trimming body, like they're gonna start cutting plastics. And
okay, so it's like the slash super stock stuff. There's nothing stock about a slash super stock. I mean, they go through and they, sand the A-arm pins, they polish them up, they take the seals off the bearings and soak them and get like nothing in the seals in the ball bearings and just barely lube them up. Like there's a lot that goes into those stock cars that make them way faster. Like I watched one the other day go and I was like, that's pretty fast for being a 12-turn motor on 2S. Like it's crazy.
Yeah. They search a bunch of motors till they find the best one.
Yep.
Like dyno motors. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. And they break them, man. They do all kinds of cool stuff. Slash is the only RC you need, he says. It's
Somebody
pretty good.
said something earlier. Well, there's been a lot of funny comments that we missed.
Man,
I think RC is way past. This is a good one. Way past its point. Nothing they make will make a big impact as far as the low C Pro Moto. That's it. Besides the monster trucks,
Yeah,
that Pro Moto was pretty game changing,
it was. It
and they
was.
continue to do cool stuff with it.
I'm still surprised I don't see more racing circuits with it. Like I am, but I'm not. You know what I mean? Like because of how expensive it is.
Yeah,
It's a
it was a
pretty
big
expensive.
feat though to make them do what they do.
Oh, 100%. Yeah,
Huge.
yeah.
Yeah, I think. I mean, I said yes and no. I think if Losi were to come out with a huge fifth scale monster truck, solid axle, that's like sub $2,000.
I don't.
That's brushless and stomps. I think that would be
I don't know.
pretty crazy. Like, well, you say I don't know. Well, that's what people said about the X Max when they came out. It's kind of big. I don't know. It's nobody's gonna want that.
Well, for me, it's not that. For me, it's
And
it's
it was
the
pushing the 800, 900, which was steep at the time.
yeah. Well, for me, it's the it's like the
What do you think would be the next WoW thing though? Like other than that?
I think that would be wow, but I don't think that would be a big market changer because there's already monster trucks out there. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like the Pro Moto was a market disruptor because it was so unique.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I don't think there's any. I think it's going to be hard to top the LMT, honestly.
LMT was game changing in realism of
Yeah, totally.
yeah.
Everything. And so for it to be just a bigger LMT,
That's true.
you know what I mean? Like I think it's like it's cool. Like I think it's cool. I think there's a market for it. I think it's very small, but I think there's a market for it.
And yet I'm surprised at how many people drop $4,000 on a primal. That's what I'm saying. If they could get it sub 2,
Right, but I would think the majority of the primals are gas powered. Like they do have the electric ones, but I think the majority are probably gas powered
right?
that are
But
out
the
there.
$4,000.
Yeah,
The amount of people that have them and then outfit them like nuts.
yeah,
That's what I'm saying. If they came out with and almost everybody wants it to be brushless.
yeah. No, that's true.
So if they could do it and they could do it cheap,
Right.
I think it'd be crazy. Attach a coffee maker to a base camp and write it off.
Do what?
Attach the coffee maker to a base camp and you can write it off. That hardly costs much. My camera adds 20 pounds, 10 years, and a lot of gray hair. All right. I mean, but look at my eyelashes. Do they look black? I'm just saying it's lifting. For whatever reason, this camera here just washes out weird. And I have a light in front of me. It should be, but it doesn't know what to do with it. It just wants to lift. And if I turn up the light, it doesn't like darken the background. It just blows me out, then tries to self-correct the coloring. And then it goes grainy. It's so bad. I don't know what Apple's doing.
Oh, I gotta send you this. Sorry. So this paint job. We're gonna talk about this paint job.
Paint job, another shot.
I'm waiting for him to get home before we talk about it.
Okay.
But he just sent me something that is like I didn't see it in the paint job, and he's like, I ghosted this in for you. You got to watch that little video before you just to build the hype on it.
Propane. I like the idea of not having to acquire or use propane. I've got burners and stuff I can put stuff on, but I'd rather be able to use fire. That's made from burning branches.
Did you see what's going on there in that video?
I haven't watched it yet.
Oh, okay.
I'm trying to catch up on comments.
Okay. So, what I'm working on tonight, I don't know if that's been asked or not. I am changing over. This is my new chassis.
Okay. I just saw Travis took his excavator out. He's been 3D printing. Low center of gravity.
Yeah.
Engineered in Germany.
It's a little longer too. So this is what Olivia has in her truck. And I was like, your truck's too big, too good. Daddy needs it.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm just gonna get mine and completely copy. Yes.
Move if you got
So,
a Makita batteries. I don't. They got a coffee maker that works. See, now everybody's talking about coffee makers. I like this. That's good. But part of me is like, so I want to go with these men's groups that we have at our church that go out on these islands.
yeah.
And it's very like backpack in. You want to go light. So I want light stainless steel. That's cool.
Sorry. So Chong's in the chat now. He asked if it comes
Yeah.
with the motor plate that drops the motor down. That was the
Nice.
motor plate. Anyways.
So anyway, yeah. So that's why I'm trying to get some of this stuff packaged up.
Yeah.
And it needs to be dual purpose. So that one thing would be something I could just boil water into, drop into like the ready to eat meals, or I can make coffee with it, whatever.
Let's be
All right.
honest. You're starting to go all prepper mode right now.
Not a chance. Where's your email? Oh, here's the video. Oh my goodness, he's got blacklight hidden in there.
Isn't that sick?
How did he do that?
I don't know. We're gonna ask him in a few minutes. So I was waiting for some more people to get on board before
Dude,
we
he
start.
is good.
I know, right? He's got.
I didn't even realize the hood of it had so much cool stuff going on.
Well, and I have Olivia's truck here, her body here, to show.
Has your name painted in?
Yes.
And all the lines, like the air vent scoops, all look painted.
I think so.
See, now I can see it actually in this overhead shot. I can see them.
Yeah, yeah.
That's how I can see. I see what they're laser lighting.
Bro, I'm scared to like drive that. It's gonna be
he's got like this.
That's my
patterning that makes it look like carbon fiber.
That's my off-road body, and I'm like, I don't know if I want to drive that off-road right anymore.
Yeah, the carbon fiber stuff looks sick.
Right?
No, not right.
Okay.
It doesn't. I'm lying.
Incorrect. I know. Such a liar.
We don't toot horns here.
No tootage.
Dude, that turned out wicked.
So sick.
We'll show this to everybody at some point. I love the blue color.
Right?
The blue is so good with those stars in it.
Yeah. Yeah. So, do you recognize the truck that it's modeled by? I'll send you the picture to that too in a second.
No, I don't.
So there's a truck out there running in the desert, and it said Trump 2024 on it, or 2025, whatever. And so I took that. I like that body coloring. It's a dragon. It used to say dragonflies on the side.
Yeah, I used to use your font back in like '97.
Well, yeah, it's still cool.
Yeah, I guess. It's probably like a close second to Comic Sans.
Oh, Tony, you cut me deep. Cut me deep, Tony. Come on now. It's timeless, is what we would say. Timeless.
Yeah.
You're like,
so what you're saying though is like with these low-seas, though, they can't. There's a lot going on for $350.
Dude, there's a ton going on for $350. Like that is a screaming deal for $350.
Yeah.
Like if I had an extra $350 just to like. So the thing is, for me,
I was shocked that it came in that low. Honestly, I was expecting $499.
Easy.
I mean, that's a safe bet these days. Brushless, blah blah blah. Yeah. All the molding,
the plastic. It's not even just Lexan. It's plastic.
Right.
Like yeah. Like yeah. No, I'm with you on that, man. Like I was when you said how much it was, I was like, shut up.
Right. Yeah, we were texting back and forth. I was on the move and I was texting you. I knew you were at work.
Yeah. Yeah,
I was immediately trying to order one because I'm like, man, I hope these don't sell out before I can get one in. Dude, I had nothing but issues with the online store. It would not take. And so I get on with the Horizon guy, like, help. He's like, oh, well, that error code means that your card is getting declined. I'm like, okay, that's stupid.
Yeah.
So I went and used a different card. Same error code.
Yeah.
Before that, it was like, our servers are busy and we can't process. I'm like, is everybody trying to buy this stupid thing?
Yeah.
And so I try again at the different, So, because I was trying to use, I have Horizon points. I have a bunch, from purchases and whatever built up. So I was thinking like $100 off or whatever with the points.
Sure.
And I'm thinking, oh, maybe that's doing it. It's like a pre-order. Maybe that's screwing up my order.
Right.
They don't want me using my points on something they want the cash on right now. So I got rid of all that, and I was going to just pay straight up.
Right.
And that's when I got other error codes. I'm like, I tried 3 different credit cards. I'm like, the guy's like, yeah, it's saying that it's probably that's our code for like declined or like insufficient funds. I'm like, dude, I
I hate
tried
that.
3
Yeah.
cards.
Yeah.
One of them has a 0 balance. It's a credit card. I don't use it anymore. I
Yeah.
paid it off. Has like a $30-some thousand line of credit on it. I'm like,
Right.
ain't no issue with me buying from some store in the US
I know.
with this card. It's wide open.
Yeah.
So anyway, I ended up just calling my buddy and having him order one through his shop.
Oh, nice.
So
There you go.
it's just, I mean, the way I'd rather do it anyway.
Yeah.
I just was worried that with, that they weren't going to have enough or something when I saw it all happening.
Sure.
So
That's cool. I'm glad you got one. I wanted to get one. The only
I haven't got
reason
it
why
yet. I told my buddy, order me a green one. I want the green one.
Yeah.
Done for me.
Well,
So
well, the reason why I didn't do it is the same thing that always gets me is that I have to do it in triplicate, and I just didn't want to. Yeah, and I just didn't want to do it in triplicate for this one. You know what I mean? Because it's like we're not all into it, and I'm not going to go and just be running by myself. Although this year, Chong, I don't know if you've heard this. I've heard this through the grapevine that all of our oval stuff this year, had I known this, I might have not sold all my oval stuff. But all our oval stuff this year allegedly is supposed to be happening after the turf races at night. So they're all night races under the stars. Does this chassis come? Yes, it does. That was where I was holding up the motor plate earlier. Boom. Anyways.
Everybody's got such great options. 1-to-1 power inverter for my truck. Plug in and straight up. All it needs hot water. I can do pour over. I've got pour over stuff. Like I'm making it harder than I need to. Like I've got stuff to make coffee. It's not a big deal. But I'm trying to find like the easiest way when I'm out there for cleaning and for
yeah.
And because I wanted to make it for all of us at once. So like how can I make it so that if I'm going to do it, we can all have a cup.
You know what I did that I liked when I just got the little grate and I have one of those stainless French press crafts where you like put it on the grill and you just heat it up and then you just it's like a whole pot of coffee right there. It's pretty sweet. Amazon. Tony, do you think Losi is going to release a new monster truck body for the LMT? I wonder if Losi's depleted the LMT platform. I don't think they've depleted it.
No, there's still people to buy it.
Yeah,
new people are joining the hobby every day.
Yeah,
more people than you think like monster trucks.
I know monster trucks don't go out of
I
style.
hope that there's another body coming. But I don't know. It'd be great to get something that does a black chassis again, all blacked out everything as a starting point.
Dude, I want a C10. Like I want an overboard.
Oh, overboard would be sick.
Dude, I would be like,
it'd be sick.
Take my money. I'd be like, take it right now.
Or there was a black pearl one at one point. That was sick too.
Yeah.
But overboard was really cool.
For sure.
Yeah. So when I get the Losi, I'm taking it up to Walter RC. They've got an oval track. It's not that far from me. That's why I was like, dude, I'm getting this. I have a place to run it. There's no reason not to.
Yeah.
It'd be fun. I loved running oval when I was in Virginia.
Yeah.
Good scale, but it was so fun.
Okay, so I got a question for you. This is a question coming from someone who doesn't race oval. So I want your impression on this. The tire size is an odd tire size right now.
The Losi?
Yeah, it's like a 1.7.
There's two different sizes.
Well, yeah, it's like a short course tire, but that's the thing but it's like a odd short course tire. Like, so being that the market isn't caught up to that yet.
Yeah.
I'm sure Proline will be, right? Like, duh. But what's your thought on that? Because Well,
Stock
I'll
class. It's not going to compete with the modified ones anyway. So they're probably going to limit tires regardless. So it's not a big deal.
so you think it's just going to be
As long as Losi keeps enough in stock that people can buy new ones,
bingo?
that's a
Like,
big problem if they don't.
right.
Because
Well,
in that kind of racing, people change tires, and they're going to want maybe different compounds.
right, right. I think that was the only swing and a miss. Now the change for that is just by the appropriate running tires, but I don't know how those fit on that car. Like if they're too big in diameter.
I don't know. So yeah, the wheels are 1.7,
Uh-oh.
2.2.
Oh no.
Did you lose me?
No, but
Your battery's dying.
yeah, that's all right. I got more power. Hold on. Let's see if I could do this. Hang on a second.
So I was listening to somebody saying why they think that they didn't stagger. Maybe it was Harley. It might have been on the news, Scale News. I did watch the Scale News today.
Yeah.
It's probably because some people are going to get him more like a basher. Because at the price
I
point, they just look wicked.
I
And they're
can't
just going to want to drive them
Basher.
around.
I
Not like
can't
it, but just to beat around on the street. So that's probably why they didn't stagger the rear.
You think? I don't think so.
I don't know. People aren't going to only turn left with it. That's the thing.
Yeah.
I like the idea of doing midget racing with them, honestly. Like take off the top and stuff. As much
Right.
as I love
Here, hang
sprint,
on. I'm gonna lose your audio just for a quick second. I'm switching.
I love that they made it so you can also make it a midget. And with a few little changes and mods, you could also do a modified.
Modify. Man, I should do this more often. You're
Earbuds?
still getting me on.
Yeah.
Now you can hear me?
Now you can hear me.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice. This is good.
Sound better?
It's just less hot.
Yeah.
Like meaning hot with the cans on. Like
Yeah. I just like that this microphone picks up so little that I can actually just run speakers now.
Oh, nice.
Because there's so much rear rejection from this that it doesn't really pick up the echo.
Not all races are going to be after turf, but the majority of them are. 5 night races, opener on a Saturday, and then 2 Sunday races.
So that's NASCAR, cool. Yeah, Losi having good part support. That's funny. I've needed parts for my NASCAR since October. That's problematic. However, I do think that people are going to start bringing aftermarket for that. I think the NASCARs are going to blow up just because of the price point and because of NASCAR people buying them. They buy all the collectible stuff, right? So they're
because America.
Because America. What they need to do is, I want Losi. You already with Arma. You did something with the Freedom Factory. I want to see a Crown Vic. I want to see a bunch of Crown Vics.
Did I tell you what my kids yelled the other day when a big truck drove by?
No.
Big truck drove by. I don't remember if it was my son or my daughter, but they're like, I can feel the America.
Oh, I thought you were going to say, hell yeah, brother.
No, they just said, I can feel America. And I was like, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, that was good.
So
I forgot about that.
They need a Cletus. That's what they need. Just give us, if anybody's watching from Horizon, you can take that up to product support. You can take credit for it. I don't care. But we want it. And we want it now.
What happened here?
Dude, it looked like a drone for a second. So I'm still looking at drones. Haven't given up at drone searching yet.
Yeah.
I'm leaning toward the 4 Pro, the Mini 4. Mini Pro.
Oh, yeah.
Because of its tracking features.
That's
like
cool.
It's mainly the main upgrade from the 3 to the 4, even though there's quite a bit of cost increase, is software. But the tracking is insane for just letting it follow and do stuff.
Yeah, it's pretty sick.
So
that there is pretty sick, my friend.
Yeah. But
I don't know what to do here. I got to get up and look at Olivia's car.
You guys sound really good. Perfect microphone. Good.
Nice.
Anybody recognize this logo?
I don't.
You'd have to be like a early 2000s kid. The album's 20 years old, so I guess 2004 kid.
I didn't recognize it. I felt kind of bad, but not recognizing it.
Feed China's War Machine, DJI.
I'm going to say that from now on.
China's War Machine.
Yep. All right, I'll be right back. Ooh, I don't have to unplug.
Oh,
I can actually hear you as I walk over there.
All right, so I won't say anything bad about him.
What a jerk. What a jerk.
What am I planning on doing with the drone? Cinematic shots. That's it. When we're out boating, wicked cool guitar videos. No, just kidding. Yeah, mainly just beauty stuff. So we also like do countdowns and like 5-minute countdowns for our church videos, so people know when it's going to start.
Yeah.
And so just like some top down, like flying over cool spots, looking straight down, just that works really well for it. Like over a canopy of trees, or like just let it sit in the air for 5 minutes with the water splashing across the beach. That kind of stuff.
Making your own stock footage.
Yeah, making my own stock footage that's local. You know, find something that screams local and just let it sit for 5 minutes, do that kind of thing. And you know, and be able to do it in different seasons too. Like I just did shot off my back porch here because we got the river, some snow footage as snow was falling with the water in the background. It's, you know, we had 6 to 12 inches of snow on the ground at the time as well, and it was just cool, like a big snow globe. So that kind of stuff.
That's the kind of stuff I used to when the drones first kind of came out. Not when they first came out, but like that was what you did with drones.
Yeah.
When, you know, back like when the Phantoms
when
were
only
out.
a few people had them, you could be like,
I have
on 5
on my YouTube. On my YouTube, I have some cinematic phone or drone footage from like Hawaii and like all the places I wasn't supposed to fly, but it still looks really cool, so I did it anyway.
Dude, I had a scary run-in with a helicopter going into a waterfall. Beach in Hawaii.
Yeah, that sounds
we were
sketchy.
trying to fly in, and I was in there getting some cool footage of it, and I'm like, I don't know what to do. I don't know where to go.
Yeah.
How do I make sure I don't hit this helicopter?
I think I told you.
Drop it in the ground, you know. Just call it a log.
I think I told you about the time where I lost battery out over the ocean in Hawaii, over the blowhole out there on Maui. I was way out there and my battery started dumping, and I saw it like when it starts doing an alarm, it starts like going down extra fast. And I was way out at sea, and I was just like full pin, all one direction, and I hockey stopped it like and dropped. And as soon as I was like that high off the ground, battery cut. It just
made it back to you.
Yeah, but it was like crazy close. Oh, yeah. That was.
I told you already. I have one on the bottom of Lake Titicaca in Peru.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty awesome.
That was an original with, you had to order well, I guess you do a lot of stuff anyway, but like they were not gimbals and whatever. You know, we're talking GoPro 1.
Yeah.
A long time ago. And we were like, you know, trying to code our own little gimbal stuff into these gimbals we bought from China, and trying to make our own mounts for them and find ways to make them so that they wouldn't vibrate on the drone.
Put the anti-jello pucks on them.
Yep. Yeah, we were doing anything we could, and a lot of it just smooth out. And well, one, you didn't care because nobody else had footage like it. Like,
right.
But two, you'd smooth some of it out in post, or you'd find the spots that were good and get rid of the junk. Because it just also just all of a sudden
transitions.
Like
you were all about that crossfade transition, so it didn't look so sketchy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not a big crossfade person. I just cut straight cut.
You were all about the cross.
I got my tinfoil hat on. Tony knows thanks monster truck. I had early glimpses of parts of it. We've already said this, and other people did too when it was at Monster Jam. They weren't hiding that they were working on stuff.
Mm-hmm.
There's a new one in the works. They have not told me about the new one. I do not have any first looks at it. I love it. I'm not really an influencer anymore. It's so cool. Like in a lot of ways. Hey, speaking of, did you see what Cape Crawlers is doing? It's very much like 24 Yep, where he does those rig reviews.
No.
Do you know what 24 Yep does? Where people
Yeah, I
sell
do.
their cars.
Yep.
So I saw Cape Crawlers was doing something like that. He's calling it like King of something build or whatever. I don't know. But it's basically the same thing where except it's not the same. He's doing actual like testing. At what degree does it roll over? So you can like see actual number based stuff versus just like here it is on this course or whatever. Like there's certain things that you can quantify, I guess.
Sure.
That's pretty cool to see. People just doing. I thought 24 Yep doing it in the first place was super smart and clever, and honestly, like way more fun. Like to get other people's rigs that they've built and talk about it versus like, here's what the companies have built for you to buy. Like this is what you can build yourself. Like if you get these parts from all these different places. And so they do like rig rundowns of where all this stuff comes from. It's just really cool. Doesn't cost them.
No.
They don't also have to like support the man. Like it's super cool. So but anyway, Travis, who was in here, had designed one that one of the guys that we comp with, Kyle, has been working with him on because Travis had just cut it when I first started by hand. Like he was just cutting stuff out of metal and making it, drilling it out. They dubbed it the Penguin chassis, and it did awesome.
Nice
on the course. It did really good. It was funny because he couldn't quite understand what it was. He's like, "This is a purpose built. I've never seen anything like it, I guess." But it's kind of like what all of our rigs are built like.
Yeah.
Like not a lot of flex. Not like they're just meant to get over anything.
Yeah. Lots of drop out.
Sorry. Anyway, it did really good. I think it was just recent on there. So look up the Penguin chassis if you guys are interested. It actually was running my pine tree inserts.
Nice.
Which I thought they did pretty good.
Yeah, you did.
Underrated. I'm not. So even when I was an influencer, I'm like the worst influencer because I'm not a salesman. I'm not good at telling people, oh, you have to get and you have to. It's never been my thing.
But you have the energy though. See, like, oh man.
Hi, Dirk.
The only small screw that I got.
I just like them. Like you can see that I like using it, but I've never been the like go buy this, go like I don't know.
Right. Well, what I was gonna say about for us, I just don't have that like YouTube vibe energy. Like that's just not me. You know what I mean? Like I tried it and it's like, nah, not really my cup of tea. Like it's too hard for me to do that, I think. And it's not that I don't get excited about it. It's just that it's like just not my personality. And but like if you have it, cool to see that because I think that translates into the hobby. You know what I mean? Like it gets people excited for doing stuff. So I'm all about it. I just I wish that was one thing I wish I could do better if I was doing videos because like
I
was thinking about
me being a guy playing with toy cars, but you definitely get into like I've got the new Reefs tires sitting in a box here.
Yeah,
a good influencer would have already been like posting everything up on them already.
I know. You're so bad.
But I'm not. I'm not great. I'm not great at it.
Not great.
I lost
my baby screw.
Although I'm excited about these. These are supposed to be sticky tires. I thought the other ones are sticky, so I can't even imagine what these are going to be like.
All right, I'm looking underneath here. I dropped it and I heard it bounce, and it's like the smallest screw of the kit.
Slater's RC's in the house. Dude, I put those Crux on my Vanquish and brought it up there many times for you to try running it, and I haven't seen you up there. I think we're missing in the night 2 ships, but I have the new Crux XP compound in a bot. Well, I'm going to do the same thing Pablo's doing. I'm just going to duck down here.
I know, I'm just crawling around on the floor out here, trying to find the stupid little screw. And I thought I bought a pack of them.
I found this on my floor down here. It's kind of hard to find.
What a jerk. Is it gone forever?
Oh, new stickers.
Ooh.
Crux XP compound. And I actually have a video on the other Crux ones waiting to go. I just have to record a voiceover for it because I couldn't record audio when I was in there because of how loud it was. But I have it recorded. And dude, as much as I thought these weren't going to be as good as the pin ones, they were so good. They hooked up so good. So these are probably going to be insane. I'm going to open one.
Do it. Aha! Aha! I knew I bought it. See? I was smart. See how tiny those screws are?
Oh, yeah.
I knew I bought an extra. I was like, I know I have one.
Yeah, these feel really good.
Do they, though?
Yeah. Yeah, they sound pretty good.
I'm getting anxious to show off my
Still the same logo, though. You had the opportunity. Remold it. That would be such an expensive change, though, to just change the font.
You know, though, if I had the money, I would. Not gonna lie.
But yeah, given the two, even with the see, just use this. That.
Perfect.
That looks great.
Perfect. Like I said,
that's old school stencil font that Reefs used to be anyway. Well,
yeah,
up here again, right?
Yeah.
I love that old look.
If they need an art director, I know a guy. Just saying.
This is just classic, and this is what I like on t-shirts too. Just give me a black shirt with just that on it.
Yep.
I wear that every day. I wore my other one out pretty good. Oh, so speaking of, this is a Get Up Kids t-shirt.
Nice.
Emo, old school. Oh, side note, speaking of music, Stephen Wilson Jr., St. Andrews Hall in Detroit. One of the best shows ever, dude. It was so good. It was like going back to old school punk, grunge, whatever.
Yeah.
But it was like with a country vibe too, somehow. I looked at like the bartenders. I'm like, this feels different for in here to me a little bit. What do you like, we have everything in here. I'm like, this feels different, and I love it.
Dude, that thing you sent me the other day, or was that today? The guy with the 8-bit music.
That was so good. Yeah, that was so good.
I liked it.
But yeah, he killed it. They even broke out some old Nirvana.
That's cool.
Something in the way.
So you ready to show off? Well, how about I show Olivia's body first, her truck body. You ready for this?
Yep.
Chong, are you in the chat?
Oh, how do they smell? Oh. Oh, that's awesome.
Check that out.
Speaking of 8-bit.
So her paint scheme, here's her 8-scale body. This is her 8-scale body, right? with the flames on it and all that. She wanted to try something a little different. So
That's super rad.
we saw a drift car that had this, so we asked Chong to do it. And dude, it's sick. Look at that, Tony. Even's got a little mirror cross on it.
Yeah, that's cool.
Look at that. So I gotta put some stickers on it. I'm gonna throw a bunch of stickers on it, make it look more team racy. Ooh, you can't see the pearl in it. There's
Not really.
pearl in the pink, but it's like small silver pearl in the pink. Looks dope. Has her name on the script. Oh, there you go. You can see her name right there.
Oh, I could see the shimmer in there.
Yeah. Dude, so sick. Super pumped. Why is the crossfade upside down? What are you talking about? No, it's that way. So when you look at your chart, it's good. It's good. It's one of those things where it's like, which way do you put it? It's like reading up, reading down. So
All right, I'm preloading
how do you
your.
decide which way is right side? I know. I think if you're looking at the car coming at you, or if you're jumping, normally you jump and it's called wings up when you jump. You want the nose to come down. Right there. I like it.
All right, I'm gonna start with yours close up, or what do you want?
Whatever. So
I'm gonna do the whole thing. I'm gonna let people see the whole thing.
okay.
All right, here we
Do
go.
it.
Present. I can't really smell them, Harley. They my nose is too plugged. Here we go.
So this is also done by Chong. It's hard to see my name goes. It's in the green, white, and red for the Mexico colors.
You can see it better in this one.
Yes. So that's the Dragonfly Trump 2024 or 2025, whatever year.
This is cool that these are painted too.
Right? And my logo is painted.
Yep.
So sick.
Carbon fiber look.
Dude, so dope. Look at
there's
that.
a super. There you can see the green. Let's pull up that video.
Well, you got to show the side of that first.
What? Oh, the old one? That was your first picture.
Yeah, first picture has the side on it. Because then you got to see how you can see it's. You can't see how it's red, white, and blue there, and that. There you go. Boom. Look at that. Dude, that's so sick. I'm so pumped. So pumped. And then he did the ultimate flex on it.
Trying to get it. How can I show this in that same window? Will it go in there? It won't open that. All right, so I got to figure something out here. Hold on.
Okay. So he ended up ghosting tacos in the white. But look at this ghost. Oh, it's so sick.
Share screen.
And go. Look at this. What? That's so awesome.
So good.
Oh, that is so sick. Dude, that is so good.
I take it blacklight racing.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. It's like it's so nice. I'm gonna have to build a short course truck and have them paint it the same way for my carpet short course truck because that's so nice. That's so nice for an off-road, man. I don't want to beat it up. Like it's so dope. I might go through and just drywall tape the whole thing, even though it's going to be super heavy. It's like I want that body to last for a long time. Yeah, UV LED underneath the body. That would be sick. I could do that. Well, we have some night races. So the first race actually is a night race. So I could do that with the first race. That would be so dope. I don't have it in hand. We couldn't meet up today. I was busy. And but yeah, and then check that out. So yeah, Randy, definitely the glow in the dark thing. So on Instagram and on Facebook, it's TL Customs, or it's TLC Customs, I think it is. Here, let me get it. Let me pull it up for sure real quick. I don't remember if it's TLC or just TLC. Yeah, TLC Customs. So go give him a follow. He doesn't have enough follows. Look at that. He's just getting into painting, and he's got some sick stuff in there.
That's pretty insane.
Yeah, I know, right? So we got to go follow him up. Check him out on Facebook.
Pretty mad talented.
For sure.
So Harley Design's got one of the sprint cars.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yep. The one thing he should have got on him was they should have done orange instead of red and black.
Well, you know,
the blue pink is rad.
That's
Gonna give them that.
Yeah.
They've done that a couple now, and it makes it really hard to not pick that color combo.
Right. I'm with you.
The only problem is they put it up against green and black, so that's what happens. But yeah, orange and black would have made it even trickier.
Blue and pink is his favorite too, he says. Just saying.
Right. It's a good second favorite for everybody.
It's a good second
after green and black. Yeah, that's what I
said. I think that's pretty.
They already put out the templates too, though, so I'm having graphics done. There you go. And that's another cool thing companies are doing.
Yeah.
Since like the Pro Moto and that, and probably before that, but definitely since the Pro Moto, they've been dropping their graphics.
The templates.
Or the templates, so you can make your own graphics. Super rad.
It's funny. I still have a graphic. Remember that graphic I drew up for you? I never finished it.
Yeah.
Remember it was
like
so
I decided to keep that.
You did? I thought you got rid of it. Oh, well, then I should wrap that up.
Nope. Not that you're not busy already with work, being on a board, and then having a second job.
It's life. You only do it once, right?
Yeah. Although I would be willing to put that in toward a trade toward like a an Ernie Ball bass guitar. So there's always that. Like a grain one that somebody has. I could make something work out with that, I think.
Awesome. As your phone starts buzzing. Hey.
Yeah, right.
I'm here. That's funny.
Work out some pretty sweet trade.
Sweet trade. I like it. I like it, Tony.
Man, I ripped the when I haven't posted. Well, I posted a short. I got several videos I got to make. Where does the time go? Oh yeah, I work crazy hours and then take my kids everywhere. I did the video with this guy and actually shot one to make into another video. The Mojave. Nice. I absolutely love this thing.
I love it for you.
It is. It is so good. It drives so good.
I still want to get one. But then it's the same thing where it's like, I need 3.
I know an elf said he might be able to see something like that happen. But yeah.
That's one of those kits that it's like, yep, I definitely want one of those. But I would be
hit me up. We can chat.
It would have to be like a straight up bashing one. So what? Harley, if you're the Mojave.
Oh.
Because I couldn't do anything else with it.
That's all you need to do with it. Straight bash with it. It's
want a
just the
racer.
most fun. But it's so it's different in like there was a time when all I wanted to do was flip things and whatever. That thing just handles across bumpy terrain, whatever, so well,
Yeah.
and just keeps going for and it looks like a cheetah just when you see him running super fast.
Like Dave Ramsey cheetah.
It
Remember
just
that?
sets and just it's so cool.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
No, I don't.
Dave Ramsey, where he talks
I don't
about
like
debt.
putting money into envelopes. I lose envelopes. It's just a bad idea.
Yeah, I was listening to John Chris the other day. He goes, or no, it was a different comedian. He goes, "Is it weird that Dave Ramsey's website takes credit cards?" Like, it's like, oh, got him.
Dad.
So, Harley, if you're still in here, any new intel or in print on that Fly Sky? My daughter did some babysitting, and now she wants to put her babysitting money towards a radio. And I don't know if that radio is better than the Noble for the price. I don't think anyone else has them yet. The G11P, the new Fly Sky, it's like just under $200. But her birthday's coming up.
This is a true statement.
What did it say?
I have the 6S Mojave and now the brushless Mini Grom, both great trucks. So there's three things I need to do this weekend. I got sick and I wasn't able to do. I slept all weekend when I wasn't working. I got the that kit from Robski Fabrications.
Okay.
For SCX24.
Okay.
To modify it by using the stock chassis rails, so they're bolt-on pieces. Pretty slick.
Nice.
So you get like the little side trays. It's just all in Guillemot. Seems to work well. Yeah, and that wouldn't be comparing it to for speed stuff either. That'd be slow crawl.
Right.
So you're. I'm gonna see if I can find it here. Robski.
The problem about that Fly Sky that we were talking about is that it doesn't have any details. It just says like faster speed or whatever. Like it doesn't say what the latency is. It just says like lower latency or whatever for one of the settings. And it's like, that's not what I need. I need something a little bit more detailed.
All right. I found it. Why am I forgetting his other company name?
Twist the wires and shrink wrap it. I like it.
Hold on, let me find something out really quick. I'm totally blanking on.
I follow NASA soldering guidelines. Nice. That was pretty cool watching the astronauts splash down today. I don't know if you watched that. I watched it while I was at the office. Robo-Ski Fab. Robski Fab.
Robski.
How many times do I have to read it?
Is everybody writing it?
Harley did.
No, I know Robski.
I don't know what we're talking about.
Rob Mursky. That's it.
Man, this would be a lot easier with my electric driver. but you all complain of how loud it is.
Just do it.
You're like, oh, it's so loud.
DSM off-road.
DSM.
Did anybody else say that in the comments?
No.
So I'm wondering. Oh, he's still making his kinetic ropes? That's awesome. I thought he stopped because of the China was encroaching on it.
Of course my battery's almost dead. Why wouldn't it be?
All right.
Life would be too easy if it wasn't dead.
Well, here I'm gonna pull up both of these because he's a cool dude.
Do it.
All right, so this is what I have to work on as well. Hey, Jeremy Smith, what's up? Robski Fab. All right, so yeah, I know Robski. I'd already said that name. All right, so stop screen. So here's what I have to work on. Not the initial screen that's going to pop up. That's the wrong one. Robski Fab. So this, I don't know if he's just moved to this name he's using for just 24 scale stuff. Or what? I don't know. It looks like it's all mini stuff. 24 SCX 24 AX 24 TRX 4 UTB 18. So it feels like this is very mini centric, where the DSM off road stuff was like thumb wheels and a bunch of other things, for a whole bunch of different 10th scale. And there's some mini LMT stuff. So I don't know if that's how he's differentiating it, but anyway, here is what I got. So he's got these chassis that are, pre-made, and they're actually kind of cool because they're like bent. So they're one piece, right? So even these side pieces here, it's all one piece that's just bent.
Nice.
So you don't have all that like side screwing to hold everything together. Pretty cool, because most people take all this stuff and they do it 3D printed, right?
Right.
And he doesn't have to because it's just bent. So pretty cool looking, right? A couple different color options. I dig it.
Yeah.
I actually should get one and try it out. It's got them in different lengths. But here's what I got is the stock upgrade kit. And then they've got this Delrin reversible skid as well. That you can use. Now, the reason that I probably wouldn't use this is that we require using the stock one in our class. And I actually need to see, these are sold out actually now. But look at this kit, man. You just bolt on, screw into your existing pieces here, and then you just put
That's pretty clean. Yeah.
Right?
That's nice.
So it just gives you this little extra stuff, more shock options. That's the main thing. Mounting options right to your stock rails. $40. Comes on this little tray here. You just snip it. It's just thin metal. It'll snip off pretty easy.
Yeah.
And strap it on. So that's the one thing. So it should be easy. I've got a stock truck in the box ready to do it. Easy install. As you can see, just a few screws. And his is running the Delrin.
That's cool.
Skid plate, which is flat. But yeah. So that's the other thing that I do have to work on.
I like it.
But not a big deal. But look at the options. Simple, clean, And the packaging that he did for it's wicked. I have a video of it on Instagram, just showing me unboxing it and showing it off. But pretty cool.
I like it. So one thing I'm itching to maybe look at popping on is that PRP chassis for the MC12. You know what I'm talking about? We talked about it last time.
The MC12 one. Yeah, who made it again?
PRP.
Yeah.
I'm kind of. I'd like to build it, but the problem is I don't have time to build anything right now. Like this is the first time I've wrenched on RC since the last race I was at. I just haven't had any time. And I told myself today, I've had a pretty stressful few days. So I was like, today, we RC.
Yeah. Jeff Magovich, SCX24 still in the box, question mark? Yeah. It's actually an old C10, one of the gray ones.
Oh,
so
nice.
Original electronics and everything in it.
Wow.
They were on sale for like, $80 or something. So I had to get one.
Speaking of all that type of stuff, so dinner tonight. Did I tell you about the baseball cards? I feel like I already talked about this.
Yes, Jose Canseco. We didn't say it on here. We did it behind.
Okay. So my son had been doing well in school, and I was like, all right. He's been asking me about baseball cards, and he had me take him to a card shop for his Pokemon cards the other day. So I was like, all right, let's go. Took him went upstairs, or went up to the attic, pulled down a box full of cards. I have almost a full complete 89 Topps baseball cards. And I forgot all the names that were in that era because I have like 89 through 91, 92.
Yeah.
Found all kinds of like Bobby Bonilla, Barry Bonds. I have a rookie card that I found that's a Randy Johnson. So it doesn't say a rookie on it, but it was before he got traded to the Mariners in his rookie season with the Expos. So he's in an Expos uniform, and I looked it up, and that card's like anywhere from like $300 to $1,500 just for that card. And I was like, what? Like I probably had 10 cards that were in that era, like that area of value. I was just like, oh my gosh, this is crazy. And then we came across, I didn't find it in there, but when we were looking at all these cards, the Jose Canseco card came up from the same series, and it was like something stupid, like 20K or something like that. And I was like, if we find this card, we're going on vacation because I don't care. I'm selling it. And I'm getting an RC car. Yeah, pretty sweet seeing all that old stuff though. And I have like a 1989 set. Was that 89 or 84? Must have been 89. Garbage Pail Kids. You remember those?
Yeah, I love them.
Yeah, had a whole bunch of those. Oh, so awesome. Could you keep an HN Origin in the box?
I couldn't. Not a chance. I would have it out. If I spent that much money on it, I'm running it.
Yeah. Yep. I saw something about tariffs and if it's going to increase the value of RC cars. I don't think it's going to increase the value. I think we're going to have to pay more.
Right.
But I don't think anything we have is valued any higher. Nope. I don't.
It's like, I could, but I'm not going to. Can't wait for mine to get here. Oh, okay. I thought he was saying that he was going to leave it in the box. Like I could run it, but I'm not going to. No, I think he means he could leave it in the box, but he doesn't plan to. Yeah.
Prices will go up.
I was going to ask you on about, but you were talking. I didn't want to interrupt. Now I can't remember.
Monster truck. We were talking about the PRP.
Somebody else.
So someone in the chat on Instagram asked the question, what's better, mini LMT or a modded Red Cat mini monster truck?
I haven't done the Red Cat one. The mini LMT is tough to beat.
It is. It is.
Oh, I know. This isn't it, but I had something else that just popped in my head. I did look up the rules for the stock class 2. It's not stock for reaction, and I could use that Delrin skid plate. It just has to be a flat skid plate. It can't be angled. Has to be stock chassis, but bolt-on parts are allowed. So I could do the bolt-on shock keys like that, where it's so all of those pieces that I got are still class 2 capable.
Nice.
So this could be a fun build.
Yeah.
This could be a fun build.
Was that what you were going to ask me? Something about building?
No, it was related to the PRP. I know that Jeff said that he's following it too. That's maybe what it was.
Well, what I like about it and what I want to see is what the motor options are, because it said it was supposed to give you more motor options. And I think that's pretty cool.
Nice. Jeff Makovich, nothing compares to Mini LMT. Yeah. I still haven't got the Shark one yet. I kind of want to have it in my collection, but I also am now at the point where I'm like, I don't need them just to need them. Like, I have 2 LMTs. There's not like, I don't have to have it. That's where I took the money I was going to save up for that, because I was saving to get that, and I put it toward the Sprint.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
Scale Sprint car. Dude, you're moving along.
It's almost there. I mean, I'm not going to put the servo in right yet because I got to tape everything down. But
the shocks built?
Yeah, shocks are already done. So that's one of the things the other thing that I did is I went from the smaller 12 mil shock to the 13 mil.
Okay.
Diameter.
Yeah.
This one's the bigger one.
Bigger, yeah.
So that's going on in this truck too. So yeah, it went on pretty well. I think I'm going to put the shocks on. I got to figure out what's binding. I've got something binding, it feels like. And I don't know what it is, but
10 minutes on the floor looking for a screw, and look at Pablo go.
Oh, dude, I saw the best baseball celebration from your neck of the woods, actually. College baseball.
Yeah.
Kid ripped a triple, head first slide in the third, and after the play's over, like, after he's called safe or whatever, he pops over and he's laying on his belly, right? The foul line goes right up the third baseline, and he goes like this. He does a big rip on the foul line, and he jumps up and he says, it's like, oh, that is too funny. Only in college. Only in college. Love that.
My cat was tearing the door apart, trying to get in.
That's funny.
Now he's going to show his butt to everybody. I have a feeling.
Gross.
I'll try to stop it.
Please do.
2 LMTs. Wow, balling. Well, I mean, to be honest, I got them for doing the shoot. I didn't buy them.
Well,
so yeah. Well, technically I bought one, but it's because I sold the one that I bought or that I got from the shoot to Triel, so that they could have one to make parts from.
Did they at least hook you up with all the parts?
Yeah, they're still sitting in a box somewhere. I lost the box.
Of course you did.
Yeah. So somewhere there's a parts box with all the aluminum upgrades from Triel for it.
You're such an awesome influencer. Have I told you that?
And I got them first, and no, I didn't do any videos with them. So, not a good influencer.
You're influencing me not to be an influencer.
Yeah. There's certain things I can do it with, like ready to run cars. That's easy.
Yeah.
Anything else, not so much.
That's funny. Why is this not fitting, Tony?
He says, I have all three: Son of a Digger, Grave Digger, and Bigfoot LMT Mini.
Nice.
So that was a shark one, or no? Slacker, I take all my stuff apart just to put it back together so I have something to do. Well, you could come take mine apart and put it back together with the trio parts if you want.
Dude.
So here's the reason, though. I honestly don't think it needs them, and it's expensive stuff, upgrades.
Yeah.
And I don't want to push people to think they have to have it, honestly.
Right. I'm with you.
So it's like, this truck is awesome box stock.
And
wanting the diffs to be locked or not so slipped as they are with that type of diff they did.
Right.
With
a toy diff.
I think I don't think it needs to be brushless. There's a lot of things I don't think it needs. I think they are just the kind that you pull out of the box and you rip them.
Yeah.
So
there's been a lot of good cars like that lately. The Groms, like all the Groms. You know what I mean? Like the mini LMTs.
Yep.
A lot of those cars are good for just
what they are out of the box. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, granted, those ones could use the new links. The new links that they made, the 4-link. Do you see that? They beefed them up on the Shark.
No, but yes. I told you how Dalton bent his
They're quite a bit thicker.
Nice.
Still need J Concepts to make a Pontiac Aztec body. Yes, that is a thing.
Nice. That's okay. So we're talking about racing and the diff stuff. That's one thing that I'm concerned about with the nitro stuff that we're getting into. It's not that I didn't realize, but I kind of didn't realize how much that she's going to have to tear apart her nitro car.
Huh.
I've been hearing people say, yeah, if you get a nitro and you want to be competitive, you're pretty much tearing down in between every
race,
every call,
yeah,
everything. At the race, tearing down. I'm like, that's a lot.
Yeah.
But
two good comments here. Harley says the price change on the Grom has really hurt sales. I guess the brushless is pretty much the price of a wrestler now.
Oh, really?
Yep. Links beefed up on all new product for LMT minis too. So all the new Grave Diggers and stuff have the beefed up links too.
Nice.
So what is the new price of the Grom?
Yeah, I didn't know they changed it. Okay, so has anyone in the chat run the Noble MV4?
Whoa, this one is $269. What is this one? Oh, that's for the battery. That's for the battery.
Oh.
$229. So what's a brushless wrestler? $249.
Wow.
Yeah,
the wrestlers. I would argue the wrestler's probably a better car for that price.
Yep.
For that size.
Yeah.
I mean,
now, granted, you're dealing with 2-wheel drive versus 4-wheel drive, but you still are going to have more places you can run a 110 scale.
You're going to have way more power with a wrestler than you are with a Grom anyway. If it's brushless.
Yeah.
Way more power. Groms are so much fun.
Yeah, unless the minis are really your thing, yeah, that hurts your market. But if you just want small because of where you're going to run them,
right,
then it may make sense, right? I run the Mobile NB4 Plus. I think it means Noble.
Yeah. So the NB4 Plus is a little out of our price range. I don't think it's much different than the normal MB4 Or is it the MB4 Plus Pro is what I'm thinking of? I don't know.
The other comment was...
I just got a Noble.
Did I mention both? Oh, yeah, the links are beefed up.
Grom is faster than the Wrestler on 2. I don't know, dude. Yeah, Traxxas.
Dude, those little Groms went pretty fast.
Yeah.
Let's see, top speed of brushless.
How fast does it go, bro?
Grom.
Oh, that's what I got to do. Kyle, you're in the... you just reminded me, Kyle, last night before bed, Olivia was like, hey, I need to know if I clinched or not for sure. So I gotta text the guy.
They say 35 miles an hour. They say can reach speeds of 35 miles per hour with the 2S LiPo battery and 50 miles per hour with the 3S battery. That would be stupid fast.
Hold on.
And of course, Innovation RC had it to 70 plus miles an hour. That's crazy. Top speed of 2S Wrestler. 39, so it's faster. Well,
The Wrestler?
yeah.
I could have told you that, Tony.
So you right. That's pretty close.
This isn't her chassis, but this is what this is going to look like.
I really like that paint job a lot.
Bro, I can't get over it. Like, I'm so pumped with both of our paint jobs right now. Like,
the thin white line around it sets it off so nice.
100%. Yeah.
And it's like the perfect thickness too. Like,
I know. And you know what's cool is that so Chong was going back and forth with her, and I was like, hey.
The Wrestler with optional gearing.
Yeah. So he was going back and forth, and I was telling Olivia, I was like, you have to tell him what you want. Like, that's part of doing this kind of stuff. Like, don't just be like, oh, it's cool. Like, because he had some test spray things, you know? And I'm like, if you don't like it, tell him. Like, it's not going to hurt his feelings. Like, it's just trying to get concepts. And we want, you know, the goal is for you when you have a race car and you're getting it painted by someone, you want it to look the way you want. Like, you know, and so her input was smaller of these drops, you know, like more tight and condensed. And he nailed it. Like, so perfect. So perfect. And now I got to go through and I'm going to put all the stickers on it and make it racy.
Yeah, because otherwise they look like those big glob ones that do the...
Yeah, and that's kind of what it looked like at first.
It
looked like
runs or whatever.
It looked like there was fingers on it and it traced the fingers kind of a thing. And she's like, I want it smaller.
The
price range for what? Price range for a radio?
Radio, probably.
Oh, she was looking at the Noble, which is $299, and I told her in that range she's got the Noble 4 Plus. So I said in that price range she's got the Noble 4, she's got the RC8X, and she's got the new Fly Sky and a Futaba, but I'm not really into the Futaba. There's a Sandwall that's in that price range too, but the receivers for the Noble or for the Fly Skies and for the Radio Links are by far more attainable, like by far. So that's what I'm advising her to do.
Do the Noble, Ryan says.
Yeah, that's what we thought too. Instead of that new Fly Sky one, the new Fly Sky one just doesn't have enough info out on it yet. Ooh, hydro dip. That'd be cool. Yep. So we might pull the trigger on something like that for
Nice.
birthday. We'll see.
Yeah, I like hydro dip stuff. I don't know how to mute this. Is this muted when I do this? Is that muted now? Am I off? I'm still on.
No, still on. We could probably get off soon too, anyways, Tony, because I got to hit the sack. So do you. You're sick.
I guess.
Yep.
All right.
Now you're on.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Well,
we've been on for an hour and a half.
Okay. Sounds good. It's been fun though. I love
Oh, wait.
kind of chatting it up with people.
Did you just see that on your screen where it has the scenes now?
On the bottom?
No, it says demo scene.
No.
If it's doing that, that's going to help producing so much better. Because that's what I used to do on Ecamm. Remember, I used to have scenes.
Oh, stacked on the left?
Yeah, I used to have them like queued up. So I would just hit like F1 and then the next scene would come up. F2, the next scene would come up.
Yeah, like that?
Yes.
Yeah. And so you can have them pre-built and you just click do it quick.
Yeah. So if you change the overlays, like if we went into fake news RC, we should do that. Right. Do a parody of Scale News, just call it the fake news, and then just have it look like Scale News, but not. And we'll just do the overlay.
I like it.
Why not? Why not? Spectrum Ruggeds are good. They just don't have
It's not for racing.
No, it doesn't have the latency, or it has too much latency for racing.
They're great for crawling and bashing. I absolutely love them. So, I mean, you're not going to get me saying that they're a terrible radio.
No, they're just
racing one. I raced with it. That's all I had. But when I took other people's, I was like, oh, okay. Yeah.
It's like racing in your Honda and then getting a race seat in your Honda, and you're like, oh, that's how it's supposed to feel when I take a corner. Like, you know, like totally different.
So the nice thing now about the new Ruggeds, if you have the newer ones or the newer Spectrum, is that a lot of their new cars you're going to be able to bind to even the older protocol stuff, so you don't have to get new receivers for every car, which is nice.
Yeah, that's cool.
That means less trash in the radios or receivers out of the cars.
Yep.
So, well, cool. Well, let's wrap it up, guys. It's been fun. I'm glad that I did come in, even though I don't feel great. It is fun reading all the comments and really kind of rallying off it and letting it go wherever.
Big shout out to Andrew again. Can't be happier with our paint. So full disclosure, I've never had anyone paint my bodies before. Never. He's the first one. And I was like, go ahead. Let's see. Let's go. And super pumped. Yeah. Super pumped. So TLC Customs on Instagram and Facebook. Go check them out.
Shout it out.
Yeah. I'll have to share.
Shout out Rob Ski Fab for my builds coming up.
Yeah.
And Reefs RC got these fresh tires here. Trying to do the influencer thing here.
We'll have
Trio next week. Cool parts that I never put on my own Mini.
Oh, actually, I have something new.
I need to do a raffle, dude. Not a raffle. We need to do a giveaway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Want to give away?
I got stuff. Whatever. Just random stuff. Let's start giving stuff away.
Just random stuff. I need to do a raffle for the girls program. I'm trying to get shirts, these jerseys from Fast House, so we can print our logo on them. But they're like $60. I emailed them to see if we can get a discount if we bought, 10 of them or whatever for the girls. But check these out. These, speaking of tires.
This is a Midwestern goodbye, everybody, if you don't know what this is. Hey, smell these are you. Those are nice looking.
These are new, the new TZOs.
Are these their indoor ones that they don't have or outdoor?
No, these are the outdoor. These are dirt.
Oh, okay. And those
These
are
smell. These smell like if you go to a tire shop.
all right. Let me try it. Yeah, I mean these just smell like a tire. As much as I can tell. We're standing
These
by the
smell
door now. Carly knows the Midwest goodbye. We might even get in the car and get back out.
Yeah.
and
Oh, by
keep
the way,
talking.
hey, I gotta use the bathroom. Gotta
Yeah.
use the bathroom before I go. What else do we got here? Got some new of
If
these.
you start feeling better this weekend, hit me up. I have still plenty of money to spend. All right, dude.
I showed my wing last time, or Olivia's wing last time. That was pretty cool.
Talking over the top of the car is the final stage. I do. Yeah, that is an awesome color. That might have been after hours.
Yeah.
You showed
Oh.
that. Dude, it matches so good.
Right. Well, and this is the body she's doing it with.
Complimentary.
So sick.
Yeah, it's very cool.
So sick. So sick. So now I'm gonna have to get Chong to paint her nitro body to match this. I'll just be like, Chong, do this. Make it hot.
Car's running now.
And that's when you go and warm up the car and you come back in to talk for a few minutes.
Yeah.
And then you forget that the car's running. You're like, oh, car's running. I gotta go outside. How long can we drag this on for?
I know, right? Well, hey, I've got we'll talk. There's some stuff we can do. I want to at least do some. I know I've got something down in the basement we'll do a giveaway on next week.
Okay.
So to people watching, we're gonna do something in the chat. You got to be watching to win it.
Ooh.
So if you've stayed through this Midwest goodbye, at some point during the show, you'll have to be watching to win it. You have to be physically watching because we'll make you type a number or something. And then from that, we'll get whoever's in here in a list and then or something. We'll do a random.
Around.
I'll close my eyes and as it's moving, I'll tap or something. I don't know. It's not going to be very professional.
Not scientific.
It's not scientific. And, people are going to complain it's rigged probably because it happens no matter what. It ain't going to be. We're just giving something away. It could go to
Maybe
anybody.
it
I don't
is.
even care.
Maybe
Just
it
has
is
to be
rigged.
from the U.S. That's the only thing I say. I'm not shipping to. I don't got shipping money these days.
Yeah.
All right.
Man.
Well, I feel like this could never end. So we're just